Hello guys and welcome to today's video. I've wanted to do a Q&A because I thought that would be like a good idea to get to know me a bit better, and I've asked you on Instagram to ask me some questions and I've got a few, but I thought that I would introduce myself first. So I'm Victoria and I'm 16 years old and I'm from Germany. To be a bit more specific, I'm from Potsdam, which is like 20 minutes away from Berlin, and I'm really grateful that I live in that area because I have many possibilities to do stuff in my free time, like go to museums or galleries or like go shopping, so yeah. And my favorite color is obviously light pink, and I'm very girly like in general, and I love all things like princessy and I love pearls, and that's like my thing. I dance ballet and play the violin, but I also really enjoy to just read or like draw something and be creative like in general. My favorite YouTubers are Freddie My Love, Gabby DeMartino, Grace Foley and Face Moonlight. And yeah, I'm sure that I have other YouTubers that I like to watch, but those are like my main favorite ones. Now let's get on with the questions you asked me. And the first one is, do you buy your gorgeous bags, etc., or are they gifts? Oh, sorry for the lighting, but yeah, it's kind of gone a bit darker now. And I buy like all the things you see on Instagram or like on YouTube with my own money. And yeah, I just save up for a long time if I want to buy something like bigger, but I also get some bags or like clothes or any other things in general for like Christmas or my birthday. But yeah, my parents don't really buy me anything if I ask them because they always say I have my own money, and like if I want something a bit more expensive I can like save up for it. So yeah. The next question is, what is my dream luxury handbag? And I actually have two. The first one is the Lady Dior in light pink, and yeah, I just really love it, and it's like a classic. And the other one is the Chanel Classic Flap, also in light pink, and yeah, it's also a classic. So I'm just really into like classy stuff in general, and I'm not really like a trend person, so yeah. The next question is what my dreams or like goals for my future are, and I don't really know, to be honest. I think in general I want to be like as positive as I am now, because even though I've been through a very hard time in my life and I'm still going through it, I always try to look at the positive side of things, and yeah, I just have like this mindset that everything happens for a reason, and if it's a bad thing, like it just had to happen, and good things will happen. So yeah, and I hope that I will never like lose that mindset. So yeah, I just hope that I can always stay positive. Then you also asked me what my favorite thing about visiting Versailles was, and actually just everything. But I really like the whole interior, like the wallpapers and the gold decorations, and it just everything looked so pretty there. The next question is what my favorite shop at the moment is, and I think that my favorite shop at the moment is actually the online store of H&M. I don't really like the actual store to walk in, I forgot the word, but I much prefer the online store because there are just many things that are like my style and my like aesthetic, and yeah, in the actual store there are just like things that are like trendy, and as I said, I'm not really a trend person, so I don't always find things there, but the online shop has always something I like, and especially like you can filter the things for like I like to wear pink and white, and I always filter like the pink and white stuff, and yeah, I always find really amazing things there, so I can really recommend to check out the online shop of H&M. But of course I like Ted Baker, like that's not even a question, I think. But yeah, it can be a bit expensive, and I don't really buy that much there. When I buy something there, it's always like accessories or like bags, because you can wear them with many different outfits. And yeah. The next question is, if I had to only wear one outfit for the rest of my life, what would that be? And oh, that's also a very hard question, but I think I have to go with my white lace dress from Zara. It's from the kids section and I bought it like 7 years ago, I think. Oh my god, that's such a long time. But it still fits me, so that's great. And I like to pair it with my pink tweed jacket from Zara, which is like my favorite clothing piece in general. And I wear it way too much. I think everyone is getting sick of seeing my pink tweed jacket like on Instagram, but I just love it so much, so I always wear it. And I would pair it with white tights and just white normal like high heels. And yeah, I think that's a really cute outfit. Then the next question is, what's on top of my bucket list? And I think it's actually living in London at some point of my life. I don't really want to like live there forever, but I would love to make the experience to live in another country. And London just won my heart 2 years ago when I visited it the first time. And yeah, I would love to live there someday. Next question is what my dream job is. And I think my dream job would be working in the fashion industry. I would love to work for a fashion magazine like, for example, Vogue. I don't know if that will ever happen, but a girl can dream. And yeah, if that doesn't happen, I would just love to do something creative and like fun. And yeah, what drew you to start ballet? As I said, I'm dancing ballet, and I started ballet when I was 3.5 years old, and I actually don't really know why I wanted to start ballet. My parents always tell me that when I was like 3 years old, I just said, when can I finally start ballet? And they didn't even know that I wanted to start ballet, and I just knew that I wanted to do it. And since then, ballet has been a big part of my life, and I really love it, and I couldn't imagine a life without ballet. The next question is what my favorite food is, and that's actually kind of a hard question because I don't really have a favorite food. But I think I'm going to divide it in categories. Like for savory food, I really like to eat like vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, I think. Is it called cauliflower? I think so. And I always eat that with ketchup. And I love ketchup, like light ketchup. I think it just tastes better than normal ketchup. And yeah, I always eat that. And for sweet things, I think I have to go with macarons or like French pastries in general, because it's just so delicious, and especially like the rose macaron from La Durée is the best thing in the world. To go along with that question, you also asked me what my favorite drink is, and I have to admit I'm kind of obsessed with Coca-Cola Zero. I don't know why, but I just love it and I drink it way too much. And yeah, but in the summer I love to drink water, and yeah, I also go to Starbucks very often, and my typical order there is iced vanilla latte, or like when it's cold outside, a normal vanilla latte. And when it's like autumn, I love to get the pumpkin spice latte, and in the winter time, the gingerbread latte. And my favorite tea is the Marie Antoinette tea from La Durée. Then you asked me what my favorite Disney character is, and I actually have like different ones, so I'm going to divide it in 2 categories. Like the first one is Disney princesses, and my favorite Disney princess is Aurora from The Sleeping Beauty, and also Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and Cinderella from Cinderella. And my favorite Disney character that's not a princess is Marie from Aristocats. Then you asked me what my favorite book is, and I actually have a few. I'm currently reading a book series that's called Cindy, and it's about a young ballerina who studies in London, like in a ballet school. And yeah, it's really interesting and I really like it. It's kind of old, I think it's from the 50s, if I'm right. But I just really like it because it's about ballet. And I also love Geek Girl. I don't know if you heard about it, but it's like about a girl named Harriet who becomes like a model and doesn't even like fashion, and I just really like it. It's just funny and like a light read. Yeah, I really like that. And I also love Harry Potter, and yeah, I love to read in English in general. Like, I'm from Germany and all my friends read in German, but I just love to read English books. And I also like to read like more classic things, like Breakfast at Tiffany, for example. And if you have any book recommendations, then just leave them in the comments. I would really appreciate that. Then I was asked what my favorite Disney film is. And my favorite Disney film is, I think, The Sleeping Beauty. But as I said, I also like Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, and Aristocats. Then the last question is what my favorite ballet performance is. And I'm not really sure like how the question is meant. But if it's like what my favorite ballet is, then it had to be Giselle and The Sleeping Beauty, but I also really like Swan Lake, so those three are my favorite ballets. And if it's meant like my favorite ballet performance I've done myself, then I think it would be last year's performance. Like, my ballet school always does a different production every year, and it's always like quite a special one, like not the typical one like Swan Lake or Sleeping Beauty or Alice in Wonderland or something like that. It's always like something that no one has made before, if that makes sense. Last year I was a Snowflake and Village Girl, and I just really loved those two roles. And yeah, like the costume for the snowflakes was really cute. I think you can see it on my Instagram highlights, like the ballet one. And yeah, it's just always so fun to perform on stage. And yeah, this year I am a mermaid and one of Wendy's friends, because we are doing Peter Pan this year. And yeah, if you want to see a bit of behind the scenes, then go check out my Instagram, because I always post some stories there. And yeah, that are all the questions you asked me, and I really hoped you liked that video. And if you have any other video idea, you can write them down in the comments and I would love to do them. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day, and bye!